off, I think. Something happened. What's making that noise? Gotta be this pipe. Huh.
This one.
One loose over there. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's real loose.
Oh yeah, that's temporary. That's not the pipe that I'm gonna run.
When you revved it when I walked by, it nearly blew my hat off.
Well, if you want to get that little spot, I'm gonna back it up again. It's gonna sound good. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
12 flappers might be a little too
I think 12 flappers would be just right. Are you done up here? Have you done the yard yet?
Yeah.
The edging? So we're ready to get in the hoopie. Head out. Okay. Well, my shop is full, so Noah is changing his oil the old-fashioned way, on the ground. That's my biggest fan right there. Let me turn that off so we can talk. So, this thing looks just like it did the last time you saw it. Sometimes, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I just, after that COVID thing, it just left me kind of, well, I got my energy back, you know, but I didn't have no motivation. It's like my get up and go just got up and went somewhere, and I don't know where it went, and I've been trying to get it back, and I don't know, sometimes, let me know if you ever get this way, but sometimes I come out here in the shop, I start thinking, man, I'm gonna get into that old red truck. I gotta tear into that red truck, you know. I gotta get that done, And I come out here and open the door in the shop and look at this truck and turn around, close the door, and go back in the house. And just, I don't know, for some reason, just didn't have it in me. You know, just was just being a little wussy, and I don't know exactly why, but I trying to get over that, and I think I am. So nothing left to do but just do it like Pruitt used to do it. So let's rip into this thing like a monkey on a cupcake. Yeah, oh yeah, fathom that. Yeah. Whiskey River, take my mind. You're all I got, take care of me. Hello boys and girls, welcome back to Whalen Wire's Old Iron. You know, as I say at the beginning of every video, you know, I throw out this disclaimer. I'm not a mechanic, which I'm not a car builder, which I'm not. I always say that. And you're about to see how true that is. You know, I used to kind of know my way around an old 350 Chevy pretty good, you know, well enough to get by, but boy, it's just, I don't do enough of it. I don't do enough of it anymore to stay on top of my game. I had to call Chevaholic and ask for a little bit of advice, and when he told me what it was I was missing, man, I felt stupid.
You stupid or something?
Oh, just felt stupid.
Stupid.
But I could have edited all that out, and y'all would have never known. But you guys have been around here a while. You know that ain't how we do things here. Nah, we just throw it all out there. The good, the bad, the ugly. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm just not a mechanic, and boy, you're going to see how true that is in this one. Anyway, it's all right. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Thanks for being here, guys. You know, I'm not a mechanic, and I'm not a car builder. I'm just an old redneck having a good time banging around on this rusty old iron. So buckle up and hang on. Let's see what's going to happen next around here.
We're going to shoot over and pick up old Whalen Wire over there. He does some cool stuff.
Hey, welcome to Rat Rodding. My name's Whalen Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. Well, see all this?
Oh, there's definitely metal. Look.
Oh, I know. I know there's metal. I know. I pumped it all through the bearings. See all of it in the filter? So, yeah, a person should pull a rod cap, take a look at the bearings, see how much metal's been going through there, and possibly replace all the bearings. But this is Whalen Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. And comments are telling me roller rockers, you know, and I know they're right. I know, but nobody's nobody's buying them for me. You know, I'm paying for all this, and like I said, I just spent $8 grand on that truck, and at some point, you guys, you know, gotta stop, because I could keep going and put 20 grand into that truck easily.
Mm-hmm.
With the motor that I'd really like to have. Yeah, it's a shame, but you know what I should do, and what I'd like to do, and what I can afford to do, or sometimes, you know, sometimes all those things just don't align. Camera, lights, camera, action. She should be coming off. Yeah, so we seem to be hung on a cam bearing. It just won't get past it, I guess. Well, Warren and I both fiddled with this thing for quite some time, and we just couldn't get that cam out, and we were looking, thought it was hanging up on a cam bearing, and I finally called Chevaholic, and he said, well, did you remember to take the push rod out of the fuel pump? Well, duh. You know, it's been a long time since I've done a cam, but that's no excuse. That was a rookie move right there. Yeah, I just have no excuses. But anyway, that's how it goes. You know, I'm not a mechanic.
You stupid or something.
And then this, you know, this lifter that's all cupped out, it's been just, they've just been grinding away on each other until there was just, you know, that valve just wasn't opening at all. It was probably totally seated from the looks of things. So anyway, that's the culprit right there. Look at the engine compartment in this thing. I mean, it's huge. You know, I pulled that cam, and I didn't have to take the grill out. There's just so much room in there. You know, I crawl right up in there. How many cars today can you open the hood and say, well, I'll just crawl right up in the engine bay with that engine and work on it?
My Craftsman camshaft puller. Come on, little buddy. There you go. Come on. There you go. It's in the bearing. There you go. Go on, little feller. I have to take my tool off to get it out. Probably didn't have to pull the grill, I guess, just the radiator.
Couple screws, put it back in, it'll be clean.
Yeah, 2 screws. Nothing but fang. Them bearings are tight, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. There you go. Oh,
Just made it, man. That old Chevaholic, being the genius that he is, he let me in on a little secret that I did not know. Maybe it's common knowledge to all you guys, but I'm not a mechanic, so I didn't know this stuff. But what a good tip. You should check your lifters, because these lifters, they say flat, tap it, but this surface should have a little bit of a dome to it. So if you put it on a super flat surface, like a piece of glass is what he suggested, and that's what I'm using, super flat surface, this thing will rock a little bit. And it's you can see that it does. So he said if they don't all rock, you got a bad lifter before you even start, you know. So we don't want that, so we're gonna check them. Thanks, Matt, you're a good man, good to me, that's for sure. Helped me out a lot. Well, we got a bunch of vitamins and minerals and stuff mixed up in here. Look at all them old zinc particles just jumping around. They're all excited, getting ready to go to work. Well, just kind of putting the last bits on this thing on the front end of this deal. And I think Warren's gonna come up because it's nice to have another set of eyes on things when you fire up. You know, just because you never know what's gonna happen, especially with me working on stuff. I'd be something catch on fire. Anyway, get back with you when there's something to see, I reckon. Gotta get the belts on and the shroud on and the radiator back in and fill it up and all that, you know, got a ways to go yet. So bring up, you put your finger on the hole and turn it over until it blows your finger off the hole, and then you know it's coming up on the compression stroke. And you can tell by the gauge on the harmonic balancer, you're pretty close to top dead center. So you get that one, TDC, and adjust those valves, those two valves, to 0 lash and turn them a half a turn. After that, some people go 3/4 turn, and I may after I get it running, but it should run. And if you turn the crank a 1/4 turn, then it'll bring up number 8, and you do the same thing. And 1, 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, 2 until you're done, and then yeah, then it should run. May not run real good, but it should run because the timing will be off a little bit, and we'll leave the distributor a little bit loose so we can kind of play with the timing as soon as it starts up, so that it's not struggling. And yeah, so all the valves are adjusted, and you know, I've done them lots of times with them running and it's pretty messy, but I got some valve covers with a strip out of the middle, so you can go in there and You tighten it down until you don't hear it clatter anymore, and then go 3/4 of a turn. Some people go half.
So when you're doing that with just the valve cover, do you just wiggle the rocker arm?
Yeah, until there's no, you can't move the push rod anymore. You tighten it down until it doesn't move up and down anymore, and that's 0 lash. So then you go, after you get to 0 lash, then you go a half turn more. And yeah, so I went through the whole procedure, and I did it about 3 times just to make sure that everything's adjusted. So it should run. Famous last words. But I think this thing is stripped out. That's for my ground strap. I gotta put a nut on there. But anyway, yeah, we're getting close. How come it's not pumping up? Warren?
Is there oil in it?
Is it pumping up? Yeah, do it again. You got some pressure? Yeah, there's oil in it. How much pressure? How much you got? About 30? That's good enough. But usually they bind up, you know. Right. Usually gets real hard to turn. I don't know why it's not doing that, but if we got 30 pounds, that's good, isn't it? Well, we were about to fire this thing up last night. Actually, I was wiring it up, putting the plug wires on, and noticed water leaking on the floor. So found out my water pump is leaking. So I got to pull all this off the front end and lick my calf over again. I got to reinstall the water pump. I'll stop in town today and got some new gaskets. So we'll give it another try. You know, I'm not a mechanic. Well, dummy me. I pulled the water pump off, and there was a torn piece of the old gasket still stuck to the water pump. So, you see, I'm not a mechanic. I would have never let something like that happen if I was a mechanic. There's probably nothing wrong with that gasket, but I got a couple new ones I'm going to slap on. Battery good, card's good. We're good. We can see the tack.
I suppose. I don't want to be leaning right over that fucking carburetor.
So, no, you don't have to, but you need to be able to where you can grab the distributor if you have to time it a little bit.
Fire in the hole.
Give her a squirt. Oh, let's put a squirt down.
Well, wait a minute. Let's see if the squirters are working. Where the hell are you?
Are they?
I don't know yet. Yep, we're good. You don't need to prime it anymore.
Oh, okay.
I just did it.
Okay. All right. Now or never, man.
It is what it is.
Listo?
Fire.
We ain't got no fuel.
Hold on, we're loose here.
Change your timing a little bit. I'll fall off. Everything.
Crank it.
Okay. Timing.
Timing. Oh.
Listo?
Hold it.
We can't be out that far. A little more? No, the other way.
No.
Yeah, the other way. There you go.
chance ever. Sounds good. Sounds good. Gotta adjust the lifters. $20. Yeah, sounded good out the exhaust. You just gotta adjust that lifter. Well, while we're waiting for that thing to cool down, Noah and I are gonna clean all these tools and put them away. And as usual, the shop is destroyed, but we're gonna fix that. Well, what a beautiful day it is. It's been raining off and on today. It rained really good last night. Boy, we needed it. I think everything's good with this thing. I think the break-in went okay. I've got to, I had the valves adjusted well enough for it to run, but now I gotta adjust them again. But I think it's good. So hopefully I'll get it all put back together. I can go ahead and put the grill in, and yeah, and then back to work on this thing, I guess. As much as I hate it, it's got to be done. Somebody's got to do it, and I am just the guy. Well, you heard the rattle when we were breaking that thing in, but having a loose tap, it doesn't worry me. They'll run with them really loose. I've had them almost falling off the push rods, and they'll manage to run a little bit, but I must have missed one in the process, because I had just had one that was clattering really bad, and we knew it was on this side, knew about where it was, but got them all now. It sounds really good. I don't want to jinx anything, so I'm not going to say anything more about it. I'll put the breather on it and back it out of here and clean the floor, just as if everything was just fine, you know. Well, I certainly got ahead of myself, didn't I? I was talking about starting this thing up and backing it out and cleaning the floor, and I forgot one minor little detail. Might look better with a grill in it. Reckon? You know, I know. You're supposed to do it different, but rollers would have been nice and all that. But the more than I drive the thing, I think we're just gonna let it ride. You know, you do what you can and let the low end drag sometimes. Probably take it out of here, clean up the floor, and then Noah and I are going to work on the Dojalac, see if we can get some control arms in it, some ball joints, and get it out of here and bring something else in because we need the lift.
guys, I reckon that'll do it for this one. Really appreciate you showing up and hanging out here in the shop with me for a while. I'm sure we'll see you soon right back here on Whalen Wire's Old Iron, but until we do, you know I sure do appreciate you. See you next time.